BBC reported some findings this morning. Their investigation found that less than half of UK universities provide records of any sexual misconduct. A lot of them use an umbrella term, which doesn't help. Some of them do specify as to whether it's rape, SA, harassment, whatever. In Wales, there's 8 universities. There's been over 1,000 sexual misconduct cases in the last 6 years. Obviously, a lot of people are choosing not to report, so it could be a lot higher. Out of 142 unis across the UK, 42 didn't respond when asked for data, 33 refused, and only 67 gave partial data. The Uni of South Wales, for example, didn't hold any sexual misconduct data before 2017. In terms of staff members at university, 1 in 10 have experienced sexual violence. So, I mean, any of you, like, what do we have to think about this? What do we do with this?
That's not great. That's not great. That's not great. It makes,
Are you surprised?
No, but I'm surprised at my own reaction. I'm not surprised by those statistics at all, especially because listening to that and what you were saying about people choosing not to report it, it made me remember an incident where I'm very thankful it wasn't me, but my friend came up to me when we were on a night out, and one of our mutual friends, someone I was really, really close with, had assaulted her outside. They'd gone outside for a smoke, and he ended up assaulting her, and she came back in and told me, and I won't go into details with that because I'm not going to, and privacy and all that, but it's just crossing my mind now that we never even thought about reporting it to the university. We were out it was a social night. It wasn't at the university, but it was with members of a society. We were out as part of a society, and it didn't even cross our minds to report it. It didn't even do that at all. Like, my mind was totally focused on, okay, let's keep him away from you for the rest of the evening, let's make sure you're okay, and then also dealing with the reconciliation in my own head of how do I now deal with the fact that this person who I thought was a really close friend, who I trusted implicitly, has now assaulted one of my other really, really good friends. Neither of us even thought about it. She was more worried about the fact that she'd just started dating someone for the first time, and that her new partner might think that she cheated or something, that it counts as cheating. She was more worried about if she'd led him on or what had she done for that. It didn't even cross our minds to report it. I think probably because we knew it would be useless. We knew there would be no point. It would just bring down stress. Like, maybe if there was a way to report it just as a statistic saying this has happened, rather than having to make a whole deal out of it, maybe she would have reported it.
So what more can universities across Wales, and particularly in Cardiff, be doing to make sure that people want to report it and come out and say what's happened to them?
Honestly, I feel like anonymous reporting might be an option. I know that's maybe not the best thing, because a lot of people would say, like, oh, we've had reports about this one person, but it's anonymous. Oh, what's going on here? But if you had anonymous reporting, maybe people would come forward saying this thing has happened to me, and that means we might report things that aren't as severe as full-blown rape, because sexual assault is sexual assault no matter how it is. Harassment is harassment no matter what severity it is. Like, maybe if we were able to report and say this person on this date said this or did this, and then if you get lots and lots of anonymous reports about the same person doing the same thing, maybe that would encourage people. And I imagine there's going to be a lot of arguments saying, oh, but then we might get false accusations. That's just a cop-out. Most of the time, women, we're not going to make false accusations, because the consequences of making false accusations are just to completely damage and undermine when we have real issues. We have no motive to make false accusations. So I think just trust women and give them the option to report anonymously. And not just women, anyone who gets sexually assaulted.
Wales has 8 universities. In the last 6 years, there's been over 1,000 sexual misconduct cases.
There's going to have been more than that in reality, but...
But why do you think there has been so many, particularly in Wales? What do you think the culture in Wales is like to have led to such a high number?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea why. Just, it's pervasive everywhere. I don't know if Wales is special or is especially high compared to other places. I think it's a problem, and if we focus on the answer being just Wales, then even if we did manage to fix it just here, the problem's still going to exist everywhere. I think let's not focus on why Wales, let's just focus on why is this a problem, full stop.
So obviously it's International Women's Day today. Another study has found that men aged between 18 and 35 think feminism has just gone far enough and there's no longer a need for it. What would you say to this?
I am glad for them that they have had such a privileged life that they've never had to become aware of those problems. I'm glad for them they've had such a privileged life. They need to find a way to use that privilege, or it would be very nice if they would start using their privilege. Like, no, if you think that feminism is not needed, the only reason that you're going to think that is because you've never personally encountered any of the problems and never been personally affected by anything. It would be nice if humans would fight for causes even if they don't personally affect us, but we don't seem to be there at the moment. Like, it shouldn't have to be what if it was your wife, what if it was your mother, what if it was you. It should just be, this is a problem, let's try and fix it. And if you don't think that feminism is needed, then you aren't aware there's a problem. You need to educate yourself.
Because their argument would be, we can have bank accounts, we can own houses, we can get jobs, we're no longer subjugated to just mothers, and that's the argument, at least on their part, from the findings of the study. So what more does feminism need? What more do we need to do to achieve feminism?
I would like to be able to walk down a street and hear footsteps behind me without becoming afraid. I feel like that'll be, when everyone can do that, yeah, then maybe we'll be good.
And final question, just to wrap up, what would you say to victims of sexual assault or rape or harassment that are too scared to speak out?
If you don't want to speak out, if you don't feel safe to speak out, you don't have to. You don't have to make yourself public. You don't have to bring all the fire and vitriol that people unfortunately will aim at you. You don't have to bring that down on yourself. There are people out here who will take that for you. We will stand up and we will stand in front of you and we will take the fire from those who want to hurt you. You don't have to put yourself forward. We'll happily stand up for you. And when you are ready, we will step out the way, we will hand you the microphone, and we will make sure your voice is heard when you are ready. But you don't have to if you don't want to.